This is the first day you've ever written, and you have no idea what's going to happen. You have no idea what this chapter is going to hold, or what the next page or what the next paragraph is going to hold. So have you ever had one of those off days where it's not actually that you're taking a day off, it's that you really want to work on your book or whatever kind of project it is, but you just feel completely drained and uninspired, and you're super bummed because you really want to work on the book and you really want to write it and you really want to just immerse yourself in whatever it is you're working on, and you just aren't feeling it. I don't really have a solution. Just needed some solidarity. Just kidding. We're gonna get into it because I found one thing that's kind of been working for me and that has actually really helped me. But first, coffee. So the other day I was kind of having a slow day. I didn't really feel in the mood to write. I didn't really feel in the mood to do anything, and that happens from time to time. And that's something I think every creator kind of experiences, is this feeling of, why am I doing what I'm doing? Is it even important? Is it even worth it? There are so many days when I feel like what I do is not good enough. And I think that's something that crosses our heads a lot of times, especially as writers. We read our own work, it's so common that it's kind of a running joke of like, oh, I hate my own writing, and laughing about how bad your old stuff is. Maybe even the thing you're working on now, you read back over it and you don't like it. There are days when you can get really down on yourself about your craft, about your book, about whatever it is you're working on. Some days it can make it hard to even be able to create anything new because we're so caught up kind of beating up on ourselves about our little inadequacies or things that only we notice and nobody else does, by the way. What if we could get back to a place where we kind of recentered and refocused on why we even write in the first place? We watch kids do something, work on a project, or start a new thing that they're excited about. They're not thinking 10 steps ahead. They're thinking one step ahead. If even that, they're kind of just going with the flow, seeing where it takes them. It's a really wonder-filled journey. They don't know what's going to happen next. They're waiting with childlike expectation to see what it's going to turn into, to see what's around the next corner. What if we could bring that kind of perspective back to our books, back to our writing, back to our craft? What if we didn't have this big expectation weighing us down? Like when you sit down to write, you're automatically kind of going through this checklist of, oh, I expect to get this many words in. That might be something that you experienced if you did NaNoWriMo. Not that I'm saying it's bad to pay attention to word count. It can be fun. But sometimes we put this big limiter on ourselves, this big stipulation of we need to get this many words down, or I need to follow this exact plot line, or I need to follow these notes. What if we could take these big expectations and limiters and rigid kind of expectations off of ourselves and just sit down with the same type of joy that originally brought us to writing or drawing or painting or maybe dance or music or mixing or rapping or whatever it is, sculpting, anything. What if we could return to our craft with the same type of excitement that we came to it with originally when we were kids, maybe? What if we could return to it with that, with no expectation, with no really idea of what's going to happen? This is day one. This is the first day you've ever written, and you have no idea what's going to happen. You have no idea what this chapter is going to hold, or what the next page or what the next paragraph is going to hold. Maybe on the days where you're stuck or going through some kind of rough spot in your manuscript or on the creative project you're working on, just take those limiters off and kind of have the mindset of, this is the first time I've ever done it. I'm going to completely forget yesterday. You cannot replicate yesterday. Yesterday happened, passed, and is gone, and today is entirely new. That's a cliche, today's new, but it is. Everything about today is new. Nothing is going to happen exactly like it did yesterday. So why should you sit down at your desk to write expecting that you're going to write in the exact same way you did yesterday? Maybe that method worked then, but it might not work for you now. You are a constantly changing being. You're someone who is creative and innovative, so let that creativity flow. Take the limiters off yourself and just see what happens.
I remember the summer, we were just kids living in a dream. Undercover lovers, lost in your eyes, swimming in your mystery. A sweet fantasy, beating hearts like thunder, feeling so high at the top of this roller coaster.
So taken the wrong way, this idea that I'm kind of explaining can kind of seem almost like I'm saying to expect less of yourself. But actually, you're expecting more of yourself. You're allowing yourself to kind of open up to this idea that you don't need to hang on so tightly to everything and make it uniform, make it the same thing over and over again. Every day does not have to be the same, it can be different. So you're kind of actually opening your mind to an even bigger idea and trusting yourself more. You're a good writer, you write stories, you're passionate about what you do, and that's the most important component. So it's okay to trust yourself. It's okay to let go of yesterday and realize that your method or organization for yesterday might not be what you need today. Today is new. Today has everything you need already inside of it waiting to be unwrapped like a big, delicious Christmas present. So let it happen. Just approach it like you did when you were a kid. Just enjoy the fact that you're writing a story. Remember when we used to be so excited about that as kids? I used to be so excited every night when my mom would read me a story, or when I would cuddle up in a corner somewhere with one of my favorite books and open it up and just see what I discovered. And I felt the same way when I started writing. That's what attracted me to it, was the excitement and the adventure and the thrill of the chase. Let the thrill of the chase just nudge its way back into your life. We all have the off days, the days when we feel like, why am I doing this? Is it important? Am I even good at what I do? The answer is yes. You are good at what you do because you're passionate about what you do. And that's the most important thing you can have, is passion for what you do, love for what you do. That love and passion is inside of you for a reason, and try to just let go and appreciate today for what it is. Appreciate your craft in the moment for what it is right now, not for what you expected of it yesterday or the day before. Just be excited and enjoy this moment that you have. This moment is only here right now. Tomorrow it won't be here. So if we spend it just thinking about yesterday and how we wished what we used yesterday, what we wrote yesterday would replicate itself today, let's not do that. Let's experience this moment and savor it while it's here. Just like this coffee. If you liked this video, smash the hit the like button below. Share it with a friend if you have a friend who writes or is maybe working on a project that they feel a little about. Send this their way. Hopefully it'll put a smile on their face, or at least it might make them crave some coffee. That would be a success too. Love you guys so much. I will see you in the next video. Dream big.
It's our time.